everybody. Welcome back to the Late Debate. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. You know, there's a lot of tension there, a lot of disagreements, but as you know, on the Late Debate, we always agree to disagree. Anyways, today's topic right now, it is, should a man have a say-so in a woman's abortion? This is a very controversial topic. So I want to start with Big Mouth Akeem over here, because I know we had a whole discussion about this earlier. So let me hear what you guys say.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, guys, I think that women have the ability to choose what they want to do with their body. I think it's their personal choice to do, you know, and so on. But I think there has to be a line. There has to be a line that's drawn in that realm of things. Yes, you have the ability to choose what you want to do with your body, but also understand the consequences that it comes with it. I think that women should have the right to choose whether they want to have an abortion or not. But the moment that they take that ability for that guy to have a say-so in there, also you're assuming responsibilities for what comes afterwards. Because at that point in time, it's not only the fact of just a childbirth, but you're saying indirectly, I'm ignoring your opinion and I'm sticking with mine because that is my choice. But with that, it comes a certain responsibility that you have to be ready to carry. And if you're not ready to carry that responsibility, understand what you're choosing to go with. And I think that's where there is a certain misguided idea where I could do what I want with my body, but I don't have to bear the consequences of myself. And that's where I would say that the line needs to be drawn. And that's my opinion personally, and I'm not saying that women don't have their choice, but you do. Everybody has a choice in life, but we cannot neglect the consequences that comes with our choices.
You know what, I like what you said. How you gonna come back? Look, who wants to even take that on?
That was a perspective. Who
wants to take that on? Jameer, go ahead.
I just feel like as two responsible adults, when we're fucking, we both know that we're using a condom or not using a condom. I know if I'm on birth control or if I'm not on birth control. We're grown as fuck. Like, you know what happens when you go into a woman without a condom on. She could possibly get pregnant. You're grown as fuck. You know that happens. So the fact that you said, "Oh, I can do whatever I want with my body, but I should have to bear the consequences by myself." No, you're gonna bear the fucking consequences with me because we both grown as fuck and we both knew what the fuck was gonna happen if we had raw sex. Now if we were mature about it and we used the condom and that didn't happen, then cool, we don't got shit to worry about. But you fucked me raw. And that's just what happened when you fucked me raw.
I appreciate that.
How was it, Aki?
I appreciate that perspective of things. I really do appreciate it. And I want to acknowledge the fact that yes, we were both adults and we both made that conscious decision to do what we did. And yes, sometimes in the process of doing that, a kid comes into play. And I also feel like the same way we want to say we're both adults from the beginning of things, at that decision part of whether we're going to keep it or not, we're choosing to be adults too. It's not, I'm just choosing to be an adult. You have the right to make an educated, choice and say, you know what, I'm being an adult and I'm not ready to bear a child or take the responsibilities of having a child. And my partner's already saying, no, why am I bringing this child into a world that I can't even provide for? That is a responsibility that I think that we should also put into play. Because as an adult, we can't. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I got something to say. You're talking about when the time comes to make the decision. My God, the decision that was supposed to be made is to strap the fuck up. Now listen, because when you take that chance, that is the jeopardy game you're playing. You're going to find yourself, it's 50-50 that you're going to have that conversation with somebody. So at that point, my guy, you already took the responsibility for that. So you can't just choose to walk away. Right. Hey, lucky are the women that accept the abortion. Okay, but you're not ready for it. It's here. She wants to keep it. Nigga, you gotta be a part.
On that,
I agree with you.
You gotta be a part.
I
Because the
agree with you.
decision making starts before you fucking fuck.
I agree with you, but
Let
that's
me
not
draw.
the question.
Yeah, that's not the question.
So let's.
Should a man have the
hold
ability?
on, please.
Oh,
and
well,
I think this is where we get.
I was commenting
Hold
on what you were saying.
No, I get, and I fully respect you as a woman, and I totally understand that. But that's not the question. The question at hand is, at the point of abortion, should a man have a say-so? And that's where we're at here. We've already passed the beginning function of it. We're at the point where, okay, you have a child in your stomach, and you're deciding whether to keep it or not. And I get it. It's your body. You're entitled to treat it however you want to treat it. But there is no reason why, if somebody else, if you say your opinion does not matter as a guy, and then want to come back and hold the guy responsible for the decisions you have made at that point in time, is a problem. That's my problem with it.
Okay,
We cannot act like, listen, ladies,
You're
we
literally
cannot
trying to act
act
like it's
like.
a yes or it's literally a human life.
Exactly.
And also,
Okay,
That's
we
what-
cannot act like.
but wait.
Ladies,
Can
y'all
I
are
finish?
not
Can I
laying
finish
down
what I'm
with a
saying?
dog.
Testament.
Mr. President, I'm speaking. Okay, thank you. I just want you're just acting like it's a simple. Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep it. It's a dog. Like it's not a dog. It's a human. So you're saying what is the middle ground? That's what my question to you is. I want it.
Yeah,
You don't want it.
If the woman wants to get rid of the baby and the man wants to keep the baby, I definitely think the woman should take that in consideration. But at the end of the day, just like I just said, the woman has more to lose. Are you going to be there? Like, men will ask you to have their baby in the heat of the moment, or they'll say they want the baby, and then when the baby gets here, they start acting an ass. So at the end of the day, ultimately, you can take his feelings into consideration, but use your discernment, ma'am.
What's the middle ground?
Hershey's, that's cute. That's cute enough. And I'll entertain this for the purpose of this argument.
Perfect.
There's no such thing as a middle ground where there's a yes or no.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't cut you off. It's out of respect.
Y'all shady.
Hershey, like, when we had a conversation of whether you want to keep the kid or not, there's no middle ground there. It's a matter of whether you want to assume the responsibility of taking care of a child, or both of y'all going to assume the responsibility of taking care of a child, or one person's going to disagree and the other person's going to agree or not. I'm sorry, you're doing it again.
That's
No,
not
I'm letting you talk. No, because you're running around in circles right now. You're not going to say a whole bunch of everything, but nothing.
We've said a lot.
Okay,
We've actually said a lot
But let me
so far.
tell you something.
I'm
Though.
sorry.
That's the baseline.
I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
the baseline.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's the baseline. But oh my God, life is complex, so you can't think with
Okay.
that base.
But we're
We're
not
not talking about
like
like
it is and how it could be. So
We're talking
I
about.
don't understand why you guys
Because
are acting like
you-
it's a walk in the park.
Okay.
It's
it's
like,
not a walk in the park. He's acknowledging that it's not a walk in the park, right?
Okay.
So let's say, because y'all like, I don't like the argument of that's how it is. A lot of women argue like, hey, that's what it is, deal with it. It's like, when y'all two laid down as adults, y'all were not thinking, man, I might be willing to have his baby. That's not going through your head. That's how, so that has gone through your mind with every man that you lay down with?
is this happening wrong? What happened? Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Is this happening wrong?
So what about the people that have babies that use protection?
Wait.
So what about the people that use protection that get pregnant?
You just asked me a question.
That's
You asked me a
good.
question.
Let's
If you're
test it.
engaging in a raw intercourse,
What if it's not wrong?
you just said if you're engaging in raw intercourse,
I did not say that.
Intercourse
say that.
period. There's a possibility that the condom might
So
break.
that's why I
So
said
wait,
every time.
wait.
So you
Every time
So you have
you
done
lay
that.
down with somebody.
So you've done that.
Hold on, wait a minute. Every time you lay down with somebody, it should be in the back of your mind. It should be in the back of your mind that
Was it-
this person might be the father of your child, and if it's Debo from down the street,
hold on.
it's Debo from down the
Hey,
street. That's
guess
your
what?
choice.
Guess what?
Give it a-
Listen, all he's saying, the question is, should the man be involved?
Yes.
Do you ladies disagree with that?
Yes.
Should
Listen,
he be able to say, I don't want it?
You can be involved.
Because let's say the
But
court
listen,
made
at
the
the end of the
decision.
day,
Let's say the court goes,
One person.
whoever makes more money has a deciding factor in the decision.
that makes no
And
sense.
why does it make no sense?
Because
It
it's
natural.
Are you gonna bust me, baby? You're right. No, wait,
just a paradigm shift. Ask yourself, why does it make no sense?
Because it's natural
Hey.
reason.
Are you carrying the child?
You can't
Should
compare.
I transfer it to you?
Let's
Should
say that.
I transfer?
Hold on. Hey.
It's just a perspective.
Hold
to look at.
on.
Like, it's just a
Hey, people.
perspective.
I think the question is
Hold on,
being
hold on.
misunderstood right now. That's
That's
what
what
Let
I'm
me-
talking about.
let me-
That's why I had to clarify. Should the man
No.
And I should not be saying cut more than one time. If it's cut, it's quite on the set.
swap it around. What if the woman does not want to keep the child and the man wants to keep the child?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
What do you do about that?
If you a woman and you cannot bear my child, I do not want you.
That's cool.
If you're a man, you cannot take her. Bye, baby.
Bye.
No, if I don't want to keep it off.
Hey, we gotta have Christelle talk real quick. I wanna hear what you gotta say about this.
I don't think it's fair for a man to want a baby and me when I wanted the baby because having a baby.
What the fuck?
Who wants baby? Who wants baby?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. Ask the question again.
Okay.
No, I said you fucked up.
Not to want to have a baby, the man should want the baby.
Yeah,
So you don't think it's fair?
Yeah, no, I think what I was trying to say is it's a conversation that both of us need to agree on. If you want the baby and I don't want the baby, that's something we need to come in. How am I going to say that? We need to come to a middle ground. Yeah, we have to compromise.
What if there's disagreement?
What is no? She's fucking up. Where's the middle fucking
No,
ground?
let me tell you something.
He bought the middle ground. Where's the middle
We need to
ground?
come to a middle ground.
Where's the middle ground about
Let me
keeping
continue.
a baby?
You don't want it,
Let
he wants it.
Let me continue.
No, but you're not holding a baby for 9 months. You're not breastfeeding.
Well, no, Somebody with sense, please. Somebody with sense, please. Somebody with sense, please. Somebody with sense.
Yo, how about this?
Hold it,
with you, are we not?
Hold it,
You're there.
I may not feel your pain.
I get shot. And you're there with me. And you don't get shot.
Guys,
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Okay, well,
What is
I'm
that
gonna-
that you're saying?
I'm
You're there
gonna
with me.
continue.
do y'all
Are you
understand?
just hold on? Are you just spreading the fact
No,
that
you
what a
can't
man
hold
does?
me.
I'm saying.
What are we doing?
Hold on. Are you just creating the fact of what he's doing while you're pregnant? Are you trying
What
to
is he
spread that?
doing? What is he
No.
doing? I'm asking.
Provide the baby.
Listen.
Yes, I'm listening, Joe.
It's easy to pay than to be. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
easy
Like,
to
let me
pay.
tell you. No,
Wait. Do you guys understand? Nobody can hear anything that you guys are saying. You guys know that, right? They cannot think of anything.
Talk.
Stop screaming. Okay. But like I was saying, okay, the reason why it's more on the woman is because we have more to sacrifice. My life is literally being sacrificed. You understand? You can still move, my guy. You can still take that plane if you want to. I'm like, it's not a disability, but it could be one. Like it could literally be one because I can't do certain things. I can't go certain places. And then pregnancy is not just the 9 months. The months after that, you have to sacrifice this because you have to.
Can I say something before?
And that's not an easy decision to make as a woman.
Okay, let's see what they
It's
got to say.
not.
Hold on.
Let me
Yeah,
say
he has
a
a
few
seven.
things. One, I understand where Akin is coming from. Like, I understand if two people lay down and she gets pregnant. And for instance, if I don't want the kid, I can say, yo, I don't want to be with you and I don't want the kid. You get what I'm saying? But she also has to respect the fact that he's telling you from jump and giving you time enough to know that, yo, I don't want to be here. So if you go ahead and still make that decision, Akin's like, damn, so you made that decision. So that's where he's coming from. And also, the beginning of this year, after the first week, there were over 150 abortions in the U.S.
150,000.
Excuse me, 150,000.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So, like,
So what's the point of that?
I don't agree with abortion. Like, for instance, in my family, if you have a kid, you keep it. It's not the kid's fault that y'all fucked up.
What if she has health problems that she's
Also,
not ready to have a kid?
Y'all niggas be picking and choosing when y'all
You're
want
not
to call it
picking and
health
choosing 'cause you
problems.
have to think about it.
Let's keep it
You
hot.
have to think
Let's keep it
about
hot.
it.
No, let's keep it hot. Y'all don't picking and choosing when y'all want to have health problems. When y'all want to hold on.
It's not always
Hear me
like
out.
that.
I definitely think that health, they have the right to think about whatever they want to think about. If they want to focus on their health, that's what they are choosing to use at that time. But I also know women will use, we all know that the older a woman gets, right, it's a more dangerous pregnancy, right? I think that's known amongst history. But the older a woman gets, the more reluctant she's not to have an abortion. So is she thinking about that then? You know what I'm saying? The older a woman gets, she's less likely to have an abortion, but it's a higher risk the older she gets. So it's like, I think, yes, she is using it or thinking about that when she wants to. She could be 23 saying, I mean, I'm going through it. I'm about to get an abortion. That man could want her to have his baby right now. And she's like, I got a life ahead of me. But she could be 33 and that nigga 25, like, I got a life ahead of me. And she's like, I'm sorry, boo-boo. I'm keeping this. I just don't think it's fair.
Hear me out. Y'all want to pick and choose when it's about the woman's body and when it's about the negative shit that impacts y'all. But when you hold on, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
No, I cannot even.
How about we let him finish?
I sympathize. If I have a sister, like, not be blood, but I care for her. It's one you don't. The problem is, not my opinion. You cannot pick and choose when shit benefits you and jump back and forth between both sides of the fence.
It's not how that
Hold on, let me.
It's not about
Let me finish.
Let somebody finish. Like everybody, both
Now,
sides.
I get it. It is your body. You get to choose what the fuck you want to do with your body. I absolutely respect that. But the same way you sat here and gave me reasons of the complications that comes with pregnancy, you also sat here and gave me reasons of why you want to keep a baby. Which one is it? There's no right answer.
I don't get what you're saying.
The point I'm getting
Can I say it
is a man saying,
are you saying this, right? Are you saying that, for example, when we said, okay, should a man have a decision in a woman's abortion? The women said that, hey, we have to go through all this and that, so on and so forth. It's our body, so on and so forth. So it's our choice, this and that. Now, when we reversed the question, we said, hey, should a woman have a choice? Well, if a man does not want to keep the baby and a woman does want to keep the baby, whose choice is it? You know, who has greater say? Now it's still leaning towards the woman because it's like, okay, if the man wants to keep the baby and the woman doesn't want to keep the baby, now it's like, oh,
you have every reason
She
to
booked
book
abortion.
That's the way it has to be.
You can't. Okay, so hold on. So that means that the thing. So the thing.
Because the woman has more to lose in the situation.
Is that true?
Yeah, I get
in the long run as well. In the long run as well.
You can always go and dump your seed in another woman any other time.
Yes.
Are you alright?
I got you.
And also,
What does that have to do with the responsibility?
a man can impregnate 50 different women on
What
the
does that
same
have
day.
to do with the responsibility of the one he didn't want?
I'm sorry?
What?
Say it again.
Okay, if he didn't want to have a baby with you, what does that have to do with the other children he has?
Wait, I don't understand. Like, it's still
He
my
didn't
choice if
wanna
I want
have-
to keep the baby or not.
That's what the argument is about.
Yeah,
It's
so that's
our
what I'm
choice.
saying.
That's what we're talking about.
How is it our choice when I
Why
have more
is-
to lose than you do?
Okay, but
Explain why there's more to lose. What are you losing by having
My life!
This is my life.
So you're also deciding to
I'm dying! I'm dying!
Hold on, Ted. So if you're keeping the baby, it's your life. If you're not, hold on, shut up.
It's my life. It's my life.
Shut up.
Regardless.
Hold on.
So is it your life if I want you to keep it?
What do you mean?
So if I want you to keep it, you don't want to have it, I can fuck your life up by making you have this baby.
Yes.
Well, let me say
But
this.
If you don't want to keep it, and I really want this baby, it's your life. You can say no, right? So you're saying.
I'm sorry.
So I want you to make sure you're on that argument. You're saying.
When I'm the person I have to go through the childbirth.
So do you also disagree with him right now? Is Vaughn feeling like the man shouldn't have his? I know.
Wait,
let me speak. Have y'all seen that stand up with Dave Chappelle? He was like, yo, I would totally respect a woman being able to do whatever she wants with her body. But if that's the case, the man should be able, and I don't agree with abandoning a child, the man should be able to say, okay, that's the decision you made. That's all he's saying.
I mean,
that's the
so
decision
I
you
didn't
made.
disagree with
No,
that.
And
you know,
I'm not going to take care of it.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
You are able to make that decision.
No, you're not.
No,
So
you
you
are
got child support.
No.
Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you something. When I say you are able, you are always able to pack your bag and dip. Is what I'm saying.
We're talking about financial
Now, listen.
responsibility.
Love, so
No, I'm talking about keeping the baby all together. It's not just financial. It's not just a financial thing. Taking care of a baby is not a
But
financial
that's what
thing.
we're talking about.
No,
it's not.
If a nigga told you I don't want to have a baby with you and you still have it, that's all you're looking for from me.
No.
We're not looking for emotional stability.
felt like that's the only thing that the woman was looking for him. Because one, I have all sisters, so in any situation, I feel as if women want to protect their child.
Can I say something?
What's
Can I
up?
say something?
What's up?
I just want to say, like, so the guy tells me that he doesn't want the baby. Okay, cool. That's fine. You've already told me before I've had the baby. That's cool, but I can still keep the baby if I want to keep the baby.
And that's fine.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
and I agree. So, but they're only looking for financial support, right?
Why is it financial
I
support?
didn't ask you for financial support.
That's all you would probably ask for, right or wrong.
Okay, can we rephrase the question then? How about
Please
this?
rephrase the question.
How about this? If a woman decides to keep the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should a man be held accountable to pay financial support?
No.
No.
That's what I was real.
Okay, that's all. I think that's all. Because if you don't get the baby,
That's all I was saying.
What do you mean,
And that might not even be me.
Put a hole in the condom.
I can make a mistake.
Listen,
I'm gonna make a mistake.
Do you hear yourself, or are you?
I hear myself.
No, I don't think you heard. He said
Sometimes y'all women,
wait.
y'all wanna have babies with money.
Wait, you're not listening.
That's not true.
Open your ears.
Go on.
You just said if the woman wants to have the baby, should the man be held financially responsible for the baby? We said no.
For the baby?
Arguing. Yeah, you're
yeah. So if
But some women will have the baby just for that fucking financial support.
I get what you're saying.
Not you.
That shit sounds.
You're missing the
You guys are not getting. You're not. Hold on. Wait. Did you hear what I just said?
No, we agree. No, we agree.
Where's the cap?
No, the cap is if you look at the stats right now.
No, forget the stats. We're having a
We're
discussion.
not
We're not talking about what I just said. Hold on. Listen.
Go ahead, sit down.
Hey, look. Hold on. Wait. Forget about the stat. Hey, hold on.
Want your money?
I can't wait. Hold on. So forget about the stats, right? The whole discussion was that if a man does not want to keep the baby and a woman does want to keep the baby, 9 times out of 10, if they really disagree and they can't, like, they take it to court and all that shit, is because of money, right? So now, if the guy doesn't want to keep the baby and the woman wants to keep the baby, right? Now, if the guy says, okay, I want to be out, I want to dip, I want to be a deadbeat or whatever, or I don't want to be financially responsible for this child,
That's what
and the woman still has the child. Does the woman have to pursue him for legal action?
No.
I
You don't have to. As a woman,
Ask you this question, guys. If a man does not want to keep the child and a woman does want to keep the child, should the man have a say-so in the woman aborting the child? Raise your hands if you agree the man should have a say-so. Raise your hands if you disagree that the man should have a say-so. But there you have it. Like I said, on this show, we love to agree to disagree. You know? Well, that's it for today. In the comments below, let us know how you feel. If you, as a woman, right, had a child and the man doesn't want to keep it, do you think he should have a say-so? And would you take his opinion into account? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of The Late Debate.